Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Very exciting day today for a couple different reasons. As promised, I do have a brand new team for you guys, which we will get into in just 1 second here. So our first match with that team today is going to be against X-King. So there you can see the team on the screen. Bunch of things to note here, some familiar faces and some new ones. So some Pokemon I've used in not used in quite some time. That is going to be the Pidgeot, which is actually going to be the evolution of our special shiny Pidgey that we caught in the very first episode of the Captain's Quest. So really excited to use that. And then of course we have Poliwrath. We've not used that in some time either. Then we have the Marowak. We've never technically used standard Marowak, although we have used the Alolan form. It has been quite some time since we used that. And then we have the Manectric we used more recently, and then the Grumpig and the Regice Pokemon we've never used before. So I'm actually really excited to use this team in battle. Really cool lower tier team that I've put together here. So yeah, really looking forward to using it here. Looking at the opponent's team, it looks pretty strong and pretty cool actually. So what do I want to lead with in this one is the question. Not much time to decide. I think we're going to go with the Manectric actually. Seems like possibly the best choice given what he has going on, and we'll see how that works out. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and lead with the Staraptor. So that's actually pretty good for us with the Manectric lead. So yeah, he's going to get the Intimidate to lower our attack, not going to matter since we are a special set. So here there is a chance he could outspeed us if he's max speed, but I think we're going to take that chance here, and we're just going to go ahead and attempt to fire off a Choice Specs Volt Switch. He has no immunity to it on his team, I don't believe. So we actually do outspeed, and we nail him with that Choice Specs Volt Switch, and that is just going to go ahead and one-shot that Staraptor right out of the gate. So that is a great start to the game for us, knocking him down to 5, and then we do get the pivot, of course. Now, the only bad thing about this is he's going to get to choose a matchup against whatever we want to bring in here. So I think our best bet might actually be to just go ahead and bring in the Regice. So that's what we're going to do. And we'll see what he wants to bring in response to that. So we will see. Definitely kind of a chance, but yeah, he's going to go ahead and come in with the Empoleon. So that's not terrible for us. This matchup, we do have coverage, but it's not a great matchup for us. So I think we're going to want to switch out here. So we're going to go ahead and switch into the Poliwrath. Actually, we do have the resistance or immunity to both of his stab moves. So yeah, there is, and he is going to go for the Flash Cannon. So that is not going to do too much to us. We are max HP as well, and then we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers here. So let's see here. What do we want to do now? Unfortunately, he does have quite a few good answers for pretty much any attack we could potentially go for here. Don't know if he's going to want to stay in or not on this matchup. We could try to set up, although I think it's a little early for that. I think we're just going to make the obvious play and go right for a Drain Punch here, see what he wants to do. He is going to switch out, of course, and he is going to be coming in with the Gardevoir. So we are going to hit this thing with a Drain Punch. Not going to do too much, obviously. It does resist X4. So we are going to get a little bit of HP back from that, though, which is not bad. And then we are going to regain the rest of our HP, actually, with the leftovers here, which is good. So, yeah, I think we're definitely not going to want to stay in on this matchup. And what do we want to bring in to face the Gardevoir is the question. I think we're actually going to go for the Grumpig, actually. So we do have resistance to one of the stab moves. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and come in with that. And he is going to go ahead and go for the Psychic, so that is good news for us as we do resist. Not going to do too much damage to us there. And then we are going to regain some HP with the leftovers. So I think actually we're going to go ahead, this time around, we're going to go ahead and attempt to set up a Calm Mind on him here. He might not want to stay in on this matchup, but we'll see. And indeed, he doesn't want to stay in on this match, so he's going to go ahead and switch out into the Roserade, which is an interesting play as we do go for the Calm Mind. So we're going to go ahead and get that +1 special attack and special defense, which is obviously great for us. And then we are going to regain some more HP with the leftovers. So at this point, I think there's no reason not just go ahead and fire off a Psychic on this thing, so that's exactly what we're going to do. He does outspeed, and he goes Shadow Ball on us, and that actually, we do actually take that pretty well. We are max HP, and we do have that +1 special defense, and we're going to go for the Psychic in return, which is just going to go ahead and one-shot that Roserade outright and knock him down to 4, as we are going to get some more HP back with the leftovers. So that is pretty incredible for us, actually. So yeah, we'll see what he wants to bring in response to that. So he is definitely thinking about this one. Yeah, we'll see what he wants to do here. Definitely thinking about this one pretty hard. And it is going to be an important decision for him to make. And it is going to be the Gengar, actually. So that's another interesting play. So yeah, I think, again, there's no reason for us to not just go ahead and go for the Psychic once again here at +1. Of course, he's going to outspeed us. He is going to hit us with a Shadow Ball. And we do take that. We get knocked down to about a 1/3 HP, but we do take it well enough to go ahead and fire off another Psychic, and that is going to go ahead and take out the Gengar, actually dropping him down to 3. So Grumpig putting in some mighty fine work here. We do get some HP back with the leftovers. Unfortunately, Cursed Body did activate to disable Psychic, so can't go for our stab move again right now, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Grumpig doing a massive amount of damage to the team here, which is of course great news for us. So we'll see what he wants to bring in response to that. And it is going to be the Alakazam. So yeah, I think once again, we are just going to stay in here and ride the wave here. We are packing Shadow Ball, so we're going to go ahead and go for that. And he is also packing Shadow Ball on the Alakazam, so he goes for it. And can we take it? No, unfortunately. He gets a critical hit there. I don't know if that mattered or not, depending on his spread, but Grumpig goes down, and we go down to 5 Pokemon there, but that's okay. Grumpig more than putting in its work in this one, so nothing to be ashamed of there. So at this point, what do we want to come in with to face this Alakazam? I think we're actually going to go for the Reg Ice, actually. So we're going to go ahead and come back in with that. Should be fit to handle special attacks from this thing. I think we're going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam here, just make the obvious play. And he does stay in and goes Focus Blast, so he is packing the Focus Blast, and he does connect with it. And that is going to knock us all the way down to about a 1/4 HP with another critical hit, unfortunately. But we do survive, go for the Ice Beam in return, and that will drop the Alakazam down to about a 1/3 HP, as we do get some HP back with the leftovers. So unfortunately, that crit means we're not going to be able to take a second one of those. But I don't think there's much of a point in switching at this point, so I think we have to just go ahead and stay in and click Ice Beam again here, as he does outspeed, goes another Focus Blast and another Connect, unfortunately, and we cannot survive that. Unfortunately, that is going to go ahead and get rid of our Regice and drop us to 4, so bad news on the horizon, but hopefully we can find some way to turn it around here. That Alakazam is definitely hitting back pretty hard. So I think at this point, I don't know if we can really outspeed with the Manectric, but that just might be a chance we have to take here. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and come in with the Manectric in the hopes that we can outspeed this thing. So we're going to go ahead and go for another Choice Specs Volt Switch here and see what happens. And yeah. See what he wants to do. So he is not going to stay on in this matchup. He doesn't want to risk it. So he's going to go ahead and come in with the Gardevoir. And fortunately, he is not Pack and Trace, so we nailed this thing with a Choice Specs Volt Switch, which will knock him down to about a quarter HP. And we do get the pivot, which is great. So I think we're going to want to go ahead and I think it is might be... You know what? I think it might be time to go ahead and bring in our man, the mascot himself, the shiny Pidgeot. So there it is, the first shiny we've ever used in a Wi-Fi battle. Here it is, shiny Pidgeot, ready to go. I think we're going to go ahead and from that range, I think a Choice Band Quick Attack should be able to do the job. So we're going to go for that. And is it enough? Yes, it is enough to go ahead and finish off that Gardevoir and knock him down to 2. So Pidgeot coming in like a house of fire, like only the mascot can. And that is awesome. So now he's going to come in with the Empoleon. And unfortunately, we cannot stay in on this matchup for sure. So we're definitely going to switch, and we do have just the thing to switch into, of course. That is going to be the Poliwrath. So yeah, we're going to make that switch, and there it is. And he is going to go for an Ice Beam here, so not going to do too much damage to us there. Once again, max HP and the resistance, and then we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers. So he is definitely running out of switch options here. So I don't know if he's going to want to switch or not, but I think we're actually going to go ahead and predict the switch here. Do we want to predict the switch? Yeah, you know what? I think we'll predict the switch here, and we're going to go for a Waterfall. And no, he actually stays in and goes Grass Knot, so that's kind of bad for us. It doesn't do too much damage, which is good. We are going to hit the Waterfall in return, which is not going to do a ton of damage. And then we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers, so that's good news. So I think this time we're definitely going to go ahead and go to a Drain Punch here. He's probably not going to want to switch out. He is indeed going to stay in, go for the next Grass Knot, and that does knock us down to a quarter, but we do survive, and we go for that max attack Drain Punch, and it is not quite enough to take that Empoleon out, unfortunately, but we do get a ton of HP back with the Drain Punch and then with the leftovers as well, so that'll put us back up to about 3/4 health. So I think we're just going to go ahead and go for that Drain Punch again. No reason not to, as he seems committed to staying in, and indeed he is. He Grass Knots again, knocking us right back down to a quarter, but once again we are able to survive and go for the next Drain Punch, which is going to be enough to finish that Empoleon off from that range, and that will knock him down to just one Pokemon, as we do get some HP back from the Drain Punch and the leftovers. So he does have one Pokemon left, and he is going to come in with that. That is going to be the Alakazam. So yeah, the game is definitely not over at this point, as this thing could definitely be a problem, but we'll see what happens. No point in switching out at this point. We're just going to stay in and attempt to fire off a Waterfall, although not going to matter since he does outspeed, goes for the Psychic, and from that range that will finish off our Poliwrath and knock us down to 3. So now we have to decide how we want to handle this thing. I think what we're going to do the first thing we're going to try is the Manectric again. We're going to see if we can outspeed this thing or take an attack from it. So we are Choice Specs. We're going to go ahead and go for the Snarl here, since we do have that on deck, and see what happens with this thing. He does outspeed us. Go for the Psychic. Can we take one? No, unfortunately, the Manectric cannot take a Psychic, so that's bad news. That's going to knock us down to just 2 Pokemon, so yeah, that's not good at all. I think now at this point we have to go ahead and come in with the Marowak. So that's what we're going to do, and yeah, we're going to hope that we can survive an attack from this thing depending on what kind of coverage he has. We are max HP, so we are just going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake here, and Psychic is the best move he has. He goes for it, and we can survive the Psychic with a quarter HP. We go for the Earthquake in return, and that will be enough to go ahead and finish that Alakazam off, and that is game. Alright, so we're going to get a 2-0 victory there over X-King. That was a great match, actually. Very close, very competitive, fun match as well. Great first outing with the team, I would say. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So, that's it, and we'll see you next time.